Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. My name is Christine Blackburn, and we are so excited you guys tuned in with us tonight on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Feel free to leave comments in the chat room, and let's get this party started. All right, you guys, let me introduce to you now the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the Wheel of Stories, including 3 spaces that say audience and another space that says free. If the contestant lands on free, they can choose any of the topics on the wheel, like drunk tank, breakup, mom, vacation, birthdays, or maybe even pandemic. And if the contestant lands on audience, well, then we're going to take your comments in the chat room. And so if you have any story topics you'd like to hear, put them in the chat room right now. And our expert judges will choose one to be the contestant's topic. All right, you guys. Speaking of expert judges, let's get right to them. All right, you guys. This first guy's coming to the stage right now. He is a comedian and a writer, and he's written for Mad TV and Mad Magazine, and you can hear him on the Nerd Poker podcast and as the host of the legendary Lucha Vavoom show here in Los Angeles. Plus, he's got the funniest Twitter feed you're ever going to see. Please welcome Blaine Capatch. How's it going, Blaine?
Oh, hi, Christine. I didn't hear you come in. Hi, it's me, Blaine, live from the International Space Station. There's a little bit of a delay, but not enough of a delay for me to tell you about our sponsors this evening. We're brought to you by Swiffer. When you don't really feel like cleaning anything, don't really clean anything with Swiffer. And Tecate, the worst beer in the world. Until someone shows up with something else, anything else, there's Tecate. Christine?
All right, you guys, this next expert judge is an actress, and she played Barbara Jean on the Reba television show, Bonnie Wheeler on Baby Daddy, and you can catch her in Young Sheldon or playing 25 Words or Less. She was voted People Magazine's sexiest subscriber over 40, and right now she hosts a brand new podcast with her friend Reba McEntire. It's called Living and Learning. Please welcome the fabulous Melissa Peterman. There it is. Hey, Melissa.
Hey, I'm just getting ready. I can't wait to hear some stories.
Woo, you are ready. And
I'm ready.
I love your sassy hat.
Thank you. It's a news cap. I had an audition for Newsies in my head, so I just put it on. Yeah,
perfect.
It's totally ABBA.
Is it?
It's very ABBA. Yeah,
like
it's like low key casual Friday ABBA.
Just ABBA, like pre-rehearsal. Just sort of like take a chance. Yeah. Okay.
Take a chance. They're
going to Whole Foods to pick up some Fernando sauce.
And a Swiffer and a Tecate.
That's exactly right. All right, you guys, the final judge tonight is a writer who wrote on the Emmy Award-winning Modern Family for its entire 11-year run, and he's in production now with comedian and actor Kevin Nealon on his new show, Hiking with Kevin. He's also the author of this book right here. He started it, his Twitter war with President Trump. He's also won 5 Emmy Awards, and he doesn't let us forget it. Please welcome the fabulous Danny Zucker. Is that a bottle?
Hi, guys. How are you? I didn't see you there. Oh, physical comedy.
We are happy that you're here.
Melissa is hot. Philip Charlie.
Our audience is checking in on us.
Yeah.
And people are already showing us their story suggestions. So
oh my God, the devil's lettuce.
Is that romaine? It's romaine, isn't it?
it's a kale.
Kale. It is
kale? Really?
No, it's weed, right? It's got to be weed.
I think it's weed.
Iceberg, because it sank the Titanic and took 1,500 souls to the depths of hell.
Oh. Devil lettuce. Devil lettuce.
Hey guys, check this out. You're gonna think I'm kidding you, but before we talk about the game and how we're gonna play the game tonight, I gotta tell you something. Tonight's show, we have a sponsor.
What?
Yeah. Woo!
Who is it?
Check it out, you guys. I just met this guy. His name is Chris King. He taught school for like 20 years in Pasadena, so that's like trustworthy, I think. Check it out. This guy, he buys swag. Swag, crew jackets, hats, props, and costumes. And if you know anybody that has an old house full of stuff or whatever, well, he buys vintage stuff too. I checked him out. He is legit. He's honest. He has references. Go to his website, ibuyswag.com. ibuyswag.com. I know, right?
Needs a Grace Under Fire hoodie, a stacked T-shirt.
You could sell one of your Emmys. You got so many.
Oh my God, I might need to. I haven't worked in over a year.
Right?
I'm in.
I just dropped this off at out of the closet.
Oh, wow.
So it was my Mind of Mencia cap.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
It was red too. It was the 1-2 punch of "Please don't never wear me."
Didn't he rip that cap off from? I'm sorry. I'm getting a bad.
Yeah, it was originally a Bill Cosby cap.
Well, seriously, you guys.
They just get worse as I go back.
Check out his website. I know we have a lot of people who watch the show who are kind of like, Hollywood types. And you know what I'm talking about. There's a whole closet full of shit. And there is. So if you want to sell it, go to ibuyswag.com. Woo!
Woo!
All right.
Wish you would have bought my Mind of Mencia hat.
2 rounds of the show tonight, and in the event of a tie, we go to a spin-off round. Now, the judging is based on 3 things. You know this, but just to share it with the audience, the judges are basing the story on the story.
Right.
Also, the ability to stay on the topic.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
And, of course, the time. And now the contestants are responsible for their own time, and they don't want to go over their time because if they do, they're going to hear this.
They're going to get tased. We tase them now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone in the distance breaking into a warehouse.
Basically, that's exactly right. It's like a cat burglar in the alley. And that means your time's over. We go straight to the judges. So watch your time. If you're on the screen by yourself, don't worry because the producer who's in my bedroom, he will go back to this clock so that you'll know the time before you're done. You know what I'm saying?
So Hollywood.
It's so Hollywood.
In your bedroom.
I'm very excited. You guys have any questions? Because I feel really good about it.
No, I'm all right.
No, nothing.
Yeah, I think I answered. You answered all my questions in the earlier PDF.
Sure.
Yeah.
In the call sheet. Okay, look, you guys. There are 4 contestants. Their names. Oh, there's not names aren't in there. Now they are. The names are here in the can of truth, and we will start this game right now. Good luck to all the contestants, and please remember, we do fact check every story.
Wow.
Extensively.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, coming up to the stage. All right, you guys, this first guy, he's an actor and a comic and a 3-time Broadway veteran who is currently appearing on Deadly Games on Netflix, and he'll be in the upcoming movie Invasion on Amazon. Please welcome the very talented Bill Dawes.
Oh, I love this guy.
We all do.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you. Looking good, Bill. How are you tonight?
Oh gosh, I'm okay. I'm recovering from food poisoning, so I don't even know what I'm going to say, or I haven't looked at the topics. So this is going to be really bad.
Well,
Bill, the last time you were on the show,
they shit themselves. That's points, right?
Hey, Bill, the last time you were on the show, you had the COVID-19.
I did have the COVID-19. Yes.
Wow.
It was
and
okay.
now you have food poisoning.
I know. Shit. I was a mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's that COVID part 2 electric boogaloo that I have. I'm assuming it's food poisoning.
Do you have any enemies?
I think I have more than I'd care to name. Yes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some
Wow,
might
this
be
is
watching the show after my stories. We'll see.
Blaine, did you have a question?
What was that?
Oh no, I was just wondering if you eat a lot of polonium or if you hang a lot on ledges with Russians or anything like that.
No, but I did go to my parents' house. My mom cooked me food, and it's that old white trash cooking where everything's processed from a can, and you know
that's
what
good.
I mean?
That's good though. It gives you a callus inside that allows you to handle almost anything.
Yes, almost.
All right,
Not
Bill,
knives.
you're going to kick off our game with a true 1-minute story. Let's tell
shit.
Bill what to do.
Spin
Man,
that wheel.
deal.
It's been brought to you by Skechers. They're kind of like real shoes, right? Right? Yeah, sure. Why not? Skechers.
Are they?
Birthdays. Bill Dawes landed on birthdays. Whenever you're ready, I'll start the clock.
Okay. My mom recently turned 80 years old, just recently, and I took her to dinner with my girlfriend. And we went to like Catch 22 in LA, and my girlfriend ordered like the most expensive food on the menu, not knowing that my parents are poor. So when the bill came, it was like $700, and my parents like didn't have the money, so I had to put it on my credit card and go into debt to do that. That's basically the story, and they to this day they hate my girlfriend. Oh, I have more. It's 20 seconds. Oh God, I didn't even see you were in front of it. I had a recount. So then afterwards, we went to a club, and my mom tried to learn how to twerk. That didn't happen, so that doesn't even make any sense. But I'm now approaching the minute mark, and please forgive me for this one. But happy birthday, Mom, if you're watching. The end.
All right. He is. He's right on 1 minute. And, happy birthday, Mom, Melissa Peterman.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You seemed unsure of my name, which I always enjoy. It takes me back to when you're doing good, morning radio. It's like coming up. We've got Marissa Patterson. Anyway, Bill, I don't know if you're dehydrated or wearing an adult diaper. I frankly don't care. You're very handsome. And what I like about this story is a lot of times when a parent is having a milestone birthday, you offer to take them out to dinner. And this was a twist because they were going to pay for your mom was paying for her own birthday dinner,
Yes.
which I think is sort of a different way to go on a birthday, which I enjoyed. I want to know, what did your girlfriend order that was so expensive?
Have you been to Catch 22?
Sure.
Catch, was it called Catch LA?
It's called Catch.
I don't know. I was thinking the Norman Heller novel. So
I know.
they have a donut ring at the end. She ordered 2 of them, and it's just like little donuts on a ring. It looks fancy, and they have sparklers and shit. But I think each of those are like $30, $35 a piece. You order 2 of them.
I would have paid double for that. I would have paid double for a donut.
And she's an LA girl, so she doesn't eat any of it. So none of it was eaten. And my mom has diabetes, so it was a disaster across the board.
Wow, a donut disaster.
Well, you really painted a picture, and because the time was a little bit lacking, then you had an addendum on it. I'm going to give you 3 for time. I'm going to give you 5 for story. And you did stay on topic, except for the twerking, which took us to another place.
I just couldn't help myself.
But I really enjoyed it. And I hope that your mom and your girlfriend, make up. I really do.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
We'll see.
Okay, so what's that? A 3 and a 5 and a...
And a 5 and a 5 and a 3, so that's 13.
Okay, 13. Blank patch.
Not good.
I think you should have led with diabetic mom twerking after eating 2 $30 donuts. I think you kind of buried the lead on that one. So for burying the lead, I'm going to give you 14.
14 points, Danny Zucker.
I mean, I was just so hung up on the Catch 20. I thought, like, am I not? What is it like?
It's some Catch 22. Have you been there?
I mean, you go to. I was trying to think of the whole time. What would the sushi version of Catch 20 like? You eat the sushi, but you It's cooked. I didn't know. It was like one of those things you were trapped in. Look, you're an inspiration. It's like, sometimes you'll see like a sick kid get out there and finish a basketball game, or, Rudy at the end of Rudy. And we all know you're hurting. And maybe you made up that story. Maybe you're not really sick. It's worked for me. You tugged at my heartstrings. I'm going to go with Marissa Patterson's score. And I'm going to so 13 for all the same reasons.
13.
All right, good night, guys.
No, wait, you got to get back here.
Is that it? Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, fair enough.
Hey,
Blank patch.
Can I point out that I every time I think about Catch-22, I think about how long it must have taken Joseph Heller to type out the word Yossarian every time with a typewriter. It must have taken forever. What a weird decision to make, to give the guy this long name before there were word processors or computers or anything. Must have taken
word
forever.
processors? Did you just say word processors? Like, is it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like how, like before any of like even word processors. That's how far back, like typewriters, before even electric typewriters.
How about Dostoevsky with like Raskolnikov every time, or those? That's a nightmare book.
He had a girl he knew from college.
Yeah, no, he
all
did.
that worked for him. Yeah,
Anna Karenina.
Typed all that stuff.
All right, you guys. Well, look at that. Look at that. Bill's total score 40 points, kicking off the game. Way to go. Thanks for playing, Bill. We'll see you in the next round. And now I pull my name into the Story Smash Can of Truth. And this next guy coming up to the stage, he's from my hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
wow.
He's making a great name for himself right here in the Los Angeles comedy scene. And check this out. Of interest, he's a sous chef.
Ooh.
Welcome, Mario Tanti. Mario.
Mario.
Hello.
Mario, how you doing, brother?
Great. How are you?
I'm great. Let's tell Mario what to do.
Spin.
Yeah.
Wheel.
Do it for me.
This has been brought to you by Children's Benadryl, knocking your kid out so you can fuck your wife since 1972. Also, extra strength Children's Benadryl, so your wife can fuck you. Christine.
School days. School days.
School days. School days. Okay, so I remember this one time in 11th grade. I was stupid. I didn't really think of consequences. I just did things. This is when they started letting the students drive to school. And then one day I decided to break into someone's car, well, find an unlocked car. I didn't break into a car, but like I went into an unlocked car and I stole the CD player out of it. And so I sold it to one of my friends that I go to school with. And after like a week, like I found out that the person I stole it from was actually, well, I thought it was somebody I didn't know, but it was actually one of my friends. And then the person I sold it to told him, and then I got beat up for stealing my friend's radio because like I didn't know that I don't know. I thought it was somebody else's, and it was actually somebody that I knew. And then we all made up later in life, but it was weird for a while that year in school. That's all.
Wow, the streets of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Danny'sburg, actually.
I mean, I expect. I mean, we've all heard this story before. The old, I stole a CD player from my best friend and sold it to another friend. So I'm kidding. I've never heard that story before. It's so bananas. It's true. Crime doesn't pay. Look, you're a fascinating dude. I think in almost every possible way, our upbringings were different. And I respect that. And so I'm going to give you, for no reason whatsoever, a 14.
It's a good score. 14. Melissa Peterman.
Well, Mario, not only did you steal your friend's CD, you've stolen my heart. With that story, with your honesty. I mean, we all steal from the ones we love. You know, we hurt those that we love. Was this your first crime?
No.
No. So it was just, you had a gateway crime earlier where perhaps you stole something else from someone you loved. Well, Mario, I was enthralled. I love it. Was it a CD player that was one that was attached by a cassette tape, or was it one that you had to like jerry rig out of it? Was there
No,
some?
it was the ones that just pulled right out, like it was easy.
Did it have a faceplate?
It did have a faceplate. That was back when
That's
that was when they
hot.
first came out. It was like the hot shit.
So
that was
cool.
hot.
Oh, it's still
Like a
hot.
word processor.
I'm already in love. You're a criminal and you can cook. So I'm going to give you 14 for no other reason than that as well. Good job.
It's a good score. Blank a patch.
Thank you.
Mario, not only did you sell your other friend CD player, but you also sold me Melissa Peterman's heart. My favorite part was where you said, we all made up later in life. Not really. It'll never be the same. Ever.
Mhm.
I'm with Danny. You're fascinating. It's always funny to have you on the show. 14.
14 points. Another good score. I think that's 3 14s, but I'm not good at math. We'll go to the leaderboard and look at that. Mario's total score 42.
That seems right. 42. Yeah.
That's a great score. Thanks, Mario. We'll see you in the very next round. Awesome. This is fun. Things are going very well.
Yeah.
I pulled another name from the story Smash Can of Truth. That's
Can of
right.
Truth.
Now, this girl, she's been doing stand-up for like 10 years, and she's performed at the Ice House, the Laugh Factory, and the Gong Show auditions.
Shut up.
She also has her own podcast called Silly Anti-Sissy Radio Theater. Please welcome the very charming Alicia Marie. Alicia!
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
All right, Alicia, how are you tonight?
I'm great.
All right, let's tell her what to do, guys.
Spin that wheel.
Deal.
This has been brought to you by Almond Joy and Mounds, reminding you don't really like coconut that much. Almond Joy and Mounds. Christine?
Vacation. Alicia landed on vacation.
Awesome. So one year I decided like not to do anything, just do like a stay vacation. I mean, everyone goes on vacation. It was like spring break. I didn't have any money, and I decided just to like stay at home. And I was gonna go to I lived in LA at the time, so I was just gonna make a Malibu day and have a great stay vacation. I was all ready to go and everything, and have like a blast on the beach. And then I got a call to do I was doing extra work at the time. So I was like, I got a call to be on the set of 90210. And that, like, when I was in high school, was the best thing ever. So I was glad for spring break I did not go anywhere, because that was like my dream like day. And so I got to the set and happened to be an episode Luke Perry was directing. And I was like I was RIP. But I was like so excited like to be on that set that day. And I didn't even care.
Okay, Alicia, we need to hear the ending anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it was the best day. Luke Perry like had me like say a line. He picked me out. He sort of flirted with me a little bit, and it was like the best like day ever for me. And I was glad I did not go on a vacation for spring break. That's better than any beach at all. They didn't end up using the line, but you know what? It's better than being drunk on the beach in Malibu. So I got to meet Luke Perry.
Yeah, no kidding. Blank a patch.
Wow.
I loved it. It had everything. It had Luke Perry. It had a parallel universe where you did get drunk on the beach. It had reminded me of 90212, which is Beverly Hills adjacent. It's an area code that I was very familiar with. I worked on a friend's pilot. I worked on a pilot for Will Sasso, and the director was Ted Wass. Do you know Ted Wass? Mm-hmm. He was Danny on Soap, and I grew up with Soap. It was the coolest show. Like my parents wouldn't let me watch it. I would have to sneak a TV into my room to watch it. But it was like was fucking Danny the whole time, and he was telling Diana Canova stories. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It made me think of that, Alicia. That was a great story. You went over time, but who cares? 15 points.
Oh, wow. That's how you play the game. 15 points. He doesn't even care that she went over the time. Danny Zucker.
I don't care about a lot of stuff.
Look, I mean, all I was thinking, if only there were, I know, because you only have a minute, I was thinking if only there were some portmanteau for when you stay and have a vacation. But we can figure that later. Oh, wait a minute. Staycation. I like how you did not, you didn't hit that. But look. Yeah, you kept mentioning it's a stay vacation. I thought, God, man, you only got a minute. So we could have gotten closer to time. I'm going to take 2 points off for time. Other than that, it had Luke Perry, rest in power. I'm going to go 13 points.
13 points. Melissa Peterman.
I would give up all of my past and future vacations to have had a moment with Luke Perry. So winner right there. And what I loved about it is like, I mean, yes, we went over but in my head, I'm like, and then you and Luke went to Malibu on your own and got drunk together. You did? Okay, that's how I'm rewriting it. What I loved about it is not only did you stay, like, because you always get a job when you decide to go on vacation, right? Like the minute you decide, you get a gig. And not only was it just the gig you thought you were, he saw something in you that said, you know what? I'm not just going to have her stand in the background while Jason Priestley walks by because he can't find his locker. No, I want her to say something to add on to this scene. And can I ask what that line was?
It was just like, thank you, because they were believing me about that
in my head it was like, fuck off, Brenda. But anyway, that was like a whole
better, I wish.
But anyway, so I'm only taking off 1 point for time. I'm giving you 14, and that's a lovely moment with Luke Perry. There you go.
Well, look at that. It's a great score for the first round, especially. Alicia's total score 42. 42. Thanks for playing, Alicia. We'll see you in a little bit.
Well
all right,
done,
now check it out. There's only one more contestant coming up for the first round. And this person, she's interesting because her show business career began at the age of only 11 months old. You believe that? Whoa. She was plucked off the streets to become the Gerber baby.
There's always someone younger and prettier right behind
that's
you.
Right. He was. That's right. And she discovered the harsh realities of show business when she was replaced 1 month later for being too old. Oh. Now, since then, she's worked as a stand-up comedian, an actress, a performance artist, a celebrity interviewer, and a television writer and producer. And last week, she had her article published in the LA Times LA Fairs section. It's just fantastic. Oh. Her name is Jennifer Valley. Hey, Jennifer! There she is. Let's tell her what to do, guys.
Spin
that wheel. This has been brought to you by rice peel-off when you really should have gotten a baked potato now that you think about it. Rice peel-off.
Holidays. Jennifer landed on holidays. Interesting.
All righty. Well, I grew up with two atheist parents. My parents are from the Netherlands, and like the pilgrims that came over from freedom of a religion, they came over for freedom of religion. They didn't want any of it. Yeah. So every holiday, all I knew was Santa Claus was Christmas, and Easter Bunny was Easter. And I didn't find out till I was in middle school that there's a reason for the season. Oh my God, did you guys know there's a reason for the season? Like Jesus was born on Christmas and he died on Easter.
What?
So, yeah, it was crazy. And so I was kind of brought up that way, but I wanted my kids to have a little bit more of that, a little bit something. So every time a religious person came to our front door, I would let them in and talk to my kids. I figured let them get exposed to everything, right? So the Jehovah Witnesses would come in and talk to my kids. I had them go over to my Buddhist friend's house and go to the Gohunza and chant. And I had an Orthodox Jewish nanny. So they had it all. And during the holidays, they would eat so much matzah that I had to get an enema because they were so plugged up. It was just,
Oh shit! No, hey, listen, that was straight 1 minute. I saw it for myself. Blank a patch.
I didn't see the time. The time didn't come up. I'm so sorry.
No, it was 1 minute exactly.
Okay.
Blaine.
I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Hello, check 2, check.
There we go.
Check. Sorry. Anyway, poisonous asps. That was the best advice that I've received all day, Jennifer. And that is allow religious people in your house. I'm going to go and open my doors wide here in Los Feliz, Los Angeles, and allow some religion into my house. I'm going to take off a point for giving me the idea that I should let religion into my house in the form of the freaky weirdos that live in Los Feliz. 14. That was great.
Danny Zucker.
I related to your story a lot. I want to do a bit here, but I was also I was raised. We had Christmas, and I was not aware that I was Jewish until in any real way until I think when I was 11, some kid called me a dirty Jew, and I pushed him. I punched him, and I got in trouble. And my mom had to come over. I made his face bloody, and I said, "Mom, tell him I'm not a dirty Jew." And she turned to the kid and said, "He's not dirty." And I found out I was Jewish, and it was literally the last fight I was ever in. I suddenly became a complete pussy. But up until then, I was super tough in my town. So I related to. I'm going to give you a 14. I just found this a good story.
Danny, were you bar mitzvahed?
I was not. I was not. It was I had no idea I was Jewish, and it's not even. And you'd think my house didn't have mirrors. That's how much I didn't know.
Yeah, interesting.
I looked like a Nazi propaganda cartoon, and yet at the time I could not put that together.
That's funny. All right, Melissa Peterman.
I love this story, and because I think people can relate to it. As parents, we often try to correct or overcorrect what our parents did to us. My parents cared and were involved, and I went the whole other way. So what I like is that you grew up without any sort of religion, and then you invited all of it into your home. And so I think that it's a great story about how we often correct how we were raised and change it up for raising our own children. So I enjoyed that. I also, do your kids think that the enema is now also a religious ceremony? That Passover, that you just also have that as well? Do they fondly look back on that?
It's a ritual now.
And quick question, have you ever had a Scientologist come to the home? Would you let them in?
That I would not, but they weren't really around when they were little, or they don't go door to door. That's how
my whole neighborhood.
Their door. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The big blue building is a stone's throw away from here. I've already. Hey, check your email. I just emailed you some pamphlets. Hold on. Yeah. I got those links in there. So check that out.
So what's your score, Melissa?
Well, while she checks her email and reads those pamphlets, I'm going to give her 15 out of 15. There we go.
Oh, that's a great score.
Holy fuck.
Great score. Hey, Blank Patch.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
there's Jennifer's total score, 43. I think she's leading the pack right there in the first round. Way to go, Jennifer. A great story. Look at that. Kobasa Nova. She says that her mom once let Jehovah's Witnesses and met them and talked them into babysitting while she went to the bar.
Oh.
Wow.
Amazing.
And Charlie Daniel, his parents were Christian, so he taught his kids to worship Satan.
He went the whole other way. That's
See, that's what happens. You either do it the same or you go the opposite way.
Yeah.
Well, look, folks, that was our first round, and it's very exciting. We got a whole nother round coming up, and that's going to be a 2-minute story, so it's double the fun, and I'm really excited about it. One more time, don't forget to check on that website, ibuyswag.com. If you got all that swag laying around, baseball caps, keychains, sweatshirts, hoodies.
Yeah, go to stamps.com and Squarespace. No, they're not on this. Okay, sorry.
ibuyswag.com. Chris King, ibuyswag.com.
Send me teeth. I make necklaces. Send me teeth. Blank Patch at Twitter. Send me teeth. Human, animal teeth.
Malcolm?
And Beaks.
All 4 names are back in the Story Smash Can of Truth. And I'm just reaching my hand in. I'm pulling it out. Danny Zucker, who's playing the game?
Upside down, Alicia Marie.
Alicia Marie, come on up, sister. Come on up. 2-minute story. All right, you guys, let's tell Alicia what to do. Spin that wheel.
Oh, God, I hope this is an Elizabeth Truth story.
This has been brought to you by Fruit Loops PM. Start your day off with a good night's sleep. Fruit Loops PM.
Pets. Alicia landed on pets.
Okay. So my brother, I have a bunch of cats, but my brother, one day he got a cat. He got this cat for like $300, and he didn't get a cat fixed, but it was a beautiful cat named Gaki, and eventually the cat had kittens. So the cat came home. He gave me 2 of the cats, and then my mom took 2. Well, the cat got pregnant again, and so then he had 2 more, and eventually he did get the cat fixed, but then I had 3 cats of my own, and I got to really spoil the cats, and I don't have kids, so, and eventually the cat had kittens, but I ended up with 4 cats, and that's how I ended up with 4 cats and became a really crazy cat mom. I love these cats. I spoil them. I got cat towers for them, and when I moved to Hollywood with them, they loved it. They were out of the snow in Oregon, and they just enjoyed the ocean air and having fun with the cat. But since I don't have kids, I do everything for them. I got them little jackets, and they're beautiful cats. I love them very much, and I just really enjoy having fun with them. And one of them got to be in a movie. They got to be in a video, so they're Hollywood cats now. They got to be in this video that you can see on YouTube, the book called Deaf Wanna F. So he's famous, and he has attitude. His name is Gatsby, which is fitting. And he's my favorite. He's my favorite, and I spoil him the most. And he only eats wet food. So that's my cat, and I'm a crazy cat lady. That's
Okay. Wow. Oh man, it went off. But again, it was exactly 2 minutes. Blank patch.
Okay.
I was going to say that was amazing. It was exactly 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Your cat was continually pregnant. Are you sure it wasn't a tribble, Alicia? Born pregnant, tribble.
right.
You said that your cat loves snow.
Yeah.
Outdoor area. People don't know it, but cats really do love the outdoors. I take my cats. I did it today. I take my cats to the beach, and I open the door. They just bolt. They're just running up and down the beach like we're playing with frisbees and stuff. And they're digging and stuff and chasing people around. They like chasing birds. And I got to get them back in the car and stuff and hose them off. But I love it. I love taking cats out to the beach and doing outdoor stuff with my cats. Oh, no, I can't get them on a leash. Anyway, I'm going to give you 14 points because it reminds me that I can't put them on a leash.
14 points. 14 points. Charlie Daniel wants me to get my cat a new box. Fuck you, Charlie Daniel. Fuck you, man. That's the box she likes. I don't know what to tell you. But if you do want to tip me, you can, because guess what? If you want to tip me, you can, because I do have a Venmo account. It's true. There's a Venmo account. It hasn't been used, but I don't know. Maybe one of you guys will. And you can tip me $10. And guess what? The winner tonight gets $10.
Oh my God.
You know how that works?
No way.
Sometimes I come out flush.
Holy farts.
I know. Melissa Peterman, what'd you think of Alicia's story?
Well, full disclosure, I'm a dog person myself. I have dogs. And also full disclosure, I only eat wet food as well. The wetter, the better. I don't like to chew. I just just to go right down. So I like this story because we went from Gacky to Gadsby. Like I feel like and I asked where your brother's cat's name is Gacky.
Gacky, yeah.
Can I ask what's that from? Because I was thinking about the whole story. Like, how did he get Gacky? Was it cat?
Well, I don't know. There's something about like it's from Oregon, and there's something about weed and everything. I think that it's the story about that's a whole nother story. I think he ate like the cat ate some weed or something, and then it was cat.
Okay, so your brother was high when he named her. I got it. Okay, so how many cats do you have now? 4?
4.
Okay. Do you have a stroller?
Not yet, but I have a leash.
Then that because you don't have a stroller, I can then give you a score of 14. If you had a stroller, I was going to give you 13. But since you don't have a stroller, I'm going to give you 14. I can't abide by a stroller for a cat, so I'm going to give you 14 points. I enjoyed the story. I think it's weird. Can we see your cats? Are they in the home?
Thank you.
Are they alive? We don't know.
Alicia, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Well, sometime tonight, bring a cat
Can you
over.
hear
would
me?
you?
Bring the cat out. I want proof of the cats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
there
I
we go.
have one right here.
Woo!
Oh, wow, you just that cat was handy.
Is it Rosie?
You just had that cat. You're ready to go like an old gunslinger, but with cats.
It's like one of those Dixie Cup things where she pulls a cat
Yeah.
out and then another cat falls down and ready to grab.
Yeah, amazing.
Good
Remember
job.
Dixie
I
Cups
enjoyed.
back in the
I
20th century.
Okay, what's that cat's name, Alicia?
Morgaine.
What?
Sorry, what?
Morgaine.
Morgaine?
Morgaine. Morgainne.
Did your brother name that cat as well?
I maybe yeah.
Was he on acid?
And he got the idea when he was working sound at the Echoplex.
Yeah.
Danny Zucker.
I mean, I'm a cat person, but if somebody told me before this that you were a cat lady, I would have said yes. 100%. I admired what you did there because a lot of you had about 15 seconds worth of story that you managed to like parse out into 2 minutes, and I thought that was an impressive feat. It had a lot of people they'll have a twist or a turn, and it was just a straight line, like so straight that according to Einstein's rule, it would meet itself because the universe is curved. If it went on toward infinity, I'm going to give you for putting up with this review 14.
14 points. 14. All right. That's 3 reviews coming in. What do we got? Oh, well, look at that. Alicia's total score 42. 42.
Wow.
That'll be added to the first score. And Lord knows it sounds like a lot of points.
Right.
Yeah, it really does. All right, you guys. Thanks, Alicia. Right now, we're pulling out the next name. Melissa Peterman, who's playing?
It is Bill Dawes, and I
Bill All right, let's go, Bill.
You've got a hood.
Costume change for good luck.
I love it. Real.
It's been brought to you by Bay Daniels from Jack Daniels. When you just gotta go to work. Bay Daniels, Christine.
Audience. Bill Dawes landed
Oh,
on
boy.
audience. And that's very exciting because now we're going to go into the chat room and see what our
What they
audience
say.
out there would like to hear. Here's one. An Egyptian pyramid police revenge story.
That seems relatable. Sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
Las
Boston.
Vegas.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Revenge.
Then
Let's see what else is coming in here. Pyramid. Because, see, somebody knows you've been to those pyramids.
Yes, I could tell my pyramid story.
Oh my God.
yeah. I want to hear
That
the
boss.
pyramid.
You guys want to go with pyramid?
I'm
I want to
okay
go
with
with pyramid. I want to hear your
Hey, look,
pyramid
if
scheme.
somebody out there knows Bill
He's
Dawes, and they
dehydrated. Let's
request
do it.
then yeah, do it. Woo! 2 minutes on pyramid when you're ready, brother.
Okay. So I went to Saudi Arabia to do a comedy show for the Laugh Factory that got canceled. So I found out that an hour trip, I could go to Egypt and check out the pyramids, which I've never done before.
Wow.
So I was like, I'll go to the pyramids. I go there. I get a tour guide. When you show up at the airport, he drove me to Giza. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the pyramids. Spoiler alert, not that impressive. Anyway, I get there. I'm walking around the pyramids. People used to be able to climb to the pyramids to the top, and they would picnic on the top. So the first couple rows of the pyramid, you can kind of climb up on. So other people were doing it. I was kind of climbing up the first blocks of the pyramid, and I have it on my Instagram. You hear a cop blow a whistle. So apparently I was breaking some law I didn't know about climbing up to certain parts of the pyramid. So when I came down, the cop was telling me some stuff. There were a lot of street merchants kind of coming around and grabbing me, asking me for money, because it's a lot of that going on around the pyramids. At one point, the cop asked me for my phone because someone was filming me on the pyramids. So I thought, okay, not a big deal. I'll give him my phone. He takes my phone. He looks at the phone. He starts going through it. I'm like, what are you doing? Go through my phone. A bunch of other people come around him, look at my phone. They tell me, hey, you need to come with us. They put me in the back of a cop car. They drive me down to the precinct at Giza. I have no idea why I'm there. I'm sitting there. Finally, this cop, no one can speak English, by the way. This one guy, detective who can speak English, sits me down and goes, so I want to talk to you about your Instagram account. So on my Instagram account, one of the photos right before this was a photo of me with my ass out in front of Buckingham Palace.
Woo!
So they were convinced that I came to Giza to show my ass in front of the pyramids, and they detained me for 48 hours. And I finally got out with a lawyer.
Wow.
It's a long story.
That's amazing.
Look at that. Very close to a perfect score, Melissa Peterman.
Well, first of all, I mean, you had me with the comedy show in Saudi Arabia was canceled. I'm like, why was it canceled? Were they like, we don't have enough? I just want to know why that happened, because my mind went spinning. So many things. This is such a great story. It's international. There's intrigue. You're using like we can all picture. We can picture the pyramid. We can picture you on there. Like, you really weaved a tale. And again, the royal family's been in the news this week, so it was just nice for you to mention them. That was lovely. Just a nice little ass shot in front of Buckingham Palace. So in my head, I thought maybe they were looking through the phone and they saw your 80-year-old mom twerking, and they're like, we need to find her, bring her to Egypt. So I loved it. I can see it filmed. I can see it. It's sort of like the Da Vinci Code meets Full House meets upstairs, downstairs, Faulty Towers. I loved all of it. And I know that you had a costume change, which I appreciate. We also got some different lighting. So I'm giving you a perfect score, Bill. That's 15 out of 15 from me.
Whoa.
Perfect.
15 out of 15. And hey, you didn't mention the $10,000 pyramid.
I know. One of my favorite game shows as well. But anyway.
Blanket patch.
I liked it. It had everything. It had mummies. It had haunted scarabs. It had time travel. Wait a minute. It didn't have any of that stuff. 14 points.
14 points. Danny Zucker.
I mean, more like Buckingham Palace, right? Come on, guys.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
It was budding. Yeah. Your butt.
Imagine if they found your OnlyFans, Danny.
Oh
man! Imagine you'd be so detained.
I was gonna give you points just for doing the Ra's al Ghul cosplay you're doing right now. We know that reference. Like, obscure enough. Cool. Bill, I mean, look, between us, that first story, total abortion. And not the good kind. But we're your friends, and you know it. And I'm not gonna suck your dick here. Like that first story was like, yikes.
Yeah.
What happened? Do we need to check on him? It was a disaster. I can't emphasize how bad that first story was. And I mean, I watched my father die, and in a lot of ways, your story was worse than that. However, I'm getting to this. Your second story, unlike the first story, which was worse than watching my father slowly die in front of me, was fantastic from beginning to end. 15 points.
15 points. It's a great score. Here's somebody in the audience dropping knowledge.
That's right.
You don't go with an Egyptian officer to a second location, Bill.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there
Not even if he says he wants to do a photo shoot. Don't go. They don't want to do a photo shoot.
He says he has a bringer show in the Gaza Strip. Don't do it.
I would do it.
Bill, isn't it like Pizza Hut, Pyramid, McDonald's, Pyramid?
Wait, what? Yeah. It's not what in the movies. They're always like on a camel and they're going across the Valley of the Kings. Like, oh, yonder's a pyramid, but it's next to a Pizza Hut and a Chipotle and a fucking McDonald's.
And a Catch-22 and $2 for a donut. And you're like,
what? Everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. Bill's total score 44. A great score. Danny
Nova is not wrong.
All right, you guys. I'm going back into the story. Smash Can of Truth. Who's coming up now, Blaine?
Jennifer Valley is coming up.
Jennifer Valley's in the house. What a beautiful baby. There she is. All right, you guys. Let's tell Jennifer what to do.
Spin. Wheel. It's been brought to you by Dog Fudge, non-toxic fudge for dogs.
Womp womp. Jennifer landed on audience as well. How exciting is that? Another audience. And here we go. Let's check them out. We've got Bad Bosses. We've also got a road trip right there.
The Midwest.
And then we also have I
like road trips.
Cat. That's Cat. And coming. Oh, here's one. Midwest. The Midwest. Come on, guys. What else we got? Pyramid. We know that.
We got that. We got Bad Bosses.
The Midwest is funny, Philip. I'm from the Midwest. It's very funny.
Best friends.
Best friends. Midwestern best friends.
Favorite ice cream. That would be.
I have picked one.
No, we picked it. You don't get to pick one, but I can tell you like.
Okay.
But I can tell you lit up to best friends. So why don't we
No, that wasn't it. No.
Oh, what was it?
Pyramids. I'll do pyramids, but a different one.
You have a pyramid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Back-to-back pyramid stories. Have we ever done this?
We have. It's totally different.
Oh my God, we have 2 wishes left.
They check for bringing the idea forth. Jennifer Valley, when you're ready to talk about your pyramid, let us know.
Do we have?
Okay. Well, when I first moved to Hollywood, I had a really shitty boyfriend, and I didn't know how to get rid of him. So one day I'm reading the newspaper, because that's what you used to do in the old days, and I saw an ad for the $25,000 pyramid. Now, I am a game show aficionado. In fact, I work on them now. I love them so much. And I thought, this is how I'm going to get out of this fucking horrible relationship. I'm going to go on $25,000 pyramid, win $25,000, move this fucker's ass out, and be riding high, right? So this was back in the Dick Clark days. So I was on $25,000 pyramid. And for those that don't know, you play against a celebrity. Now, to get on the show, I had to be a fucking genius. I had to go through 4 different auditions. You have to be really good at the game. So I get to the studio, and the 2 celebrities are Bill Cullen. Now, I don't know if you know who he is, but he was an old game show guy, and he had polio. So they had to change the whole game around. Before they would introduce the celebrities, they'd run out. Well, this was different. He had to be seated. And the other celebrity was a woman named Shelley Smith, who was like a B actress. I think she was on Charlie's Angels or something. Very, very bright, very good at the game. So remember, I want $25,000. So first thing, I'm sitting across from Bill Cullen, and he keeps staring at me. Now remember, I'm much younger. Okay, so he keeps looking at me. And I'm like, okay, what? He finally looks at me and goes, "You are so pretty." I fucking freaked out. I'm like, you pay attention. I need to win $25,000. Don't you dare. So I did not win with him. And then I went over to Shelley Smith. Now she's very bright. And I did it, and I got a thing called 7 out of 7. And if you get the 7 out of 7, you win a trip. And I won a trip to the Fiji Islands. So not only did I get to break up, I the Fiji Islands.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And only over by 4 seconds, Danny Zucker.
I mean, we want to know Henry Twist there at the end. I mean, you want to break up. You're buying him the combs, but he sold his hair in Fiji. The whole thing, it's amazing. Do you mean Shelley Hack and not Shelley
No,
Smith?
Shelley Smith. Shelley Smith. And she now, I say her name, she now buys eggs from college students to give to older women.
Oh, yes, of course. You know.
That's my backup plan for when my career is over as well, to sell eggs.
I thought
get on Etsy more, Danny.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good story. I'm at a loss. You know what? 14. There you go.
14 points, Blink Patch.
I think that story had everything. That had a shitty boyfriend. It had you winning $25,000 and you going to Fiji with Bill Cullen, who I had no idea had polio. That's one of those facts that's
either.
It's fascinating. Hey, that was a great story. 15 points.
Wow, 15 points. Great score, Melissa Peterman.
I loved it. I, too, am a game show fanatic. I grew up watching them. I love them so much. I got to play on the $25,000 pyramid when Donny Osmond was hosting.
Wow.
I mean, I know.
Oh, shit.
Puppy love.
Sorry to brag, but I love that show. It's so much fun. And to me, that's the most solid plan. That's my backup plan for anything. Something goes wrong, get on a game show. You're going to get divorced, get on a game show. You're going to move, get on a game show. Career change, get on a game show. So you had me right there. In my head, I thought maybe you're like, oh, I know how to get rid of this. I'm just going to leave him for Billy Cullen. And of course he said you're pretty. And the fact that you said, oh, I was younger then, you're gorgeous now, whatever. Billy, he would be happy to be in Fiji with you right now, Mr. Cullen. So I loved it. I gave you 15 out of 15 on that one as well. I thought it was a great story. And by the way, I did Google him. He was known. So guess who called you pretty, Jennifer? William Lawrence Francis Cullen. He earned the nickname Dean of the Game Show Host. So he had a doctorate in game show host, and he thought you were amazing. So you already won, and then you went to Fiji. 15, I babbled.
Awesome. Look at that. Jennifer's total score is 44. Another great score. It's going to be added to the first round, and then we'll see what happens. There's only one more name here in the can of truth, and I think we all know who that is.
Yeah, what is it, eh?
Mario Tacchini. Come on, Mario. All right, you guys, let's tell them what to do.
It's been brought to you by Prawny, the paper towel somebody already used to wipe up some shrimp.
Break up.
Amazing.
Break up, Mario.
Break up. Okay, so let me think. Okay, so when I was 13, I met a girl in an AOL chat room. She lived in New Jersey. We were talking buddies for a while, and we fell in love on the internet for whatever we thought love was at 13. We would meet up and when our parents weren't home and have little chat dates and stuff, and then that eventually led to having cyber sex, and then this went on for months. I remember one time she sent me a short story she wrote where she ran away from home to come meet me. But anyway, so about 6 to 9 months into talking to this girl, she told me that the pictures she was sending me weren't of her. And it broke my little heart. And then she admitted that the pictures she was sending were of a girl in her school that committed suicide by hanging herself.
What?
So I was in love with pictures of a dead girl for almost a year. So technically, the first girl I ever loved was dead. So that was fun. And then we, where's my time? Okay. And then then she sent me her real pictures, and she looked like she just looked like a cute girl. Like there was nothing, she didn't have to do that. But yeah, we lost touch after a while. And then because AOL went away, and then we reconnected on MySpace. That went away. We reconnected again on Facebook, and now still to this day we are Facebook friends. We've never met. We talk briefly once or twice a year just to say hi. But yeah, that's the first. Was it even catfishing? Like I think she did catfishing before that was even a term. Like back then it was still just called lying, you know. But yeah, that's my story. Thank you.
All right, look at that. Look at that. 201. It's a great score, Danny Zucker.
I mean, what's great again, you had that skill where it was like it didn't seem like the story was over at a minute 15. It just kept going. Yeah, and I'm teasing you, Mario. It's a fascinating story. I did not expect the girl, the early adopter of a catfishing, to be a suicide. It feels, I don't know you except from the internet and from here. The idea of you falling in love, getting catfished at 13 for a suicide feels like the definition of on brand for Mario Tante. I'm just be honest with you.
That's what someone else told me.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels that way. And, you know, it's just everything going on from the idea that like your background looks like you're in a hostage video to this, and just the vaping, every part of it is just like, I don't know. I mean, you probably hear this all the time, but you're a national treasure. 14 points.
14 points, Melissa Peterman.
I agree with Danny. Mara, you are an unlikely America's sweetheart is what you are right there. I hope that when they make a stamp with just this picture on it, I would like to use that for all my mail right now.
Gosh, right this one.
As somebody who still has an AOL account for her email, I appreciated this story very much. And then I like that you went on to another now dead space like MySpace. So you fell in love with an angel. That's what she was. She was, you can say that. You fell in love with an angel because that's what this girl was. I loved it very much. It was a little heartbreaking. It was sweet, again, on brand. I think the only thing that could have made it better if the real picture, it turned out to be Bill's 80-year-old mom twerking. That would have been like just perfect. I'm like, what if it was Bill's mom catfishing you? Anyway, I really enjoyed that. I enjoy you. You stole my heart. And I'm going to give you 15 for that.
Oh, 15 points, blank batch.
Mario, that had everything. That had AOL. It had MySpace. It had 13. It's a great number. I like it. It's got a good sound to it. It had cyber sex. It had a dead girl. It had cyber sex with a dead girl. It had everything. I had cyber sex the other day. Is that what a flashlight is called? That's what a flashlight is called, right? Yeah. Cyber sex. Wait, it's in slow motion like Steve Austin.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. We're going to cut all this out in post, right?
Oh, yeah, it'll be cut out.
Hey, I thought that was great. Mario, you never fail to amaze and impress. 15 points.
15 points, another great score. Holy cow. That's another great score. God knows what's going to happen. There's nobody left in the can. Mario's total score is 44. So now we're going to be bringing all of the contestants back just so we can chat for a second. There's Alicia. Kielbasa Nova.
Crazy.
Oh, wow. Okay. There's Jennifer. And now Bill is in the complete dark. Bill is now.
See me?
His electricity's out.
You're doing a one-nighter in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
All right, everybody's back on.
Doing
And
the
this is
Zoom
great.
version of Blair Witch.
Yeah, very Blair Witch. Thank you all so much for playing, by the way. Alicia Marie, Mario Tanti,
great
Bill
job.
Dawes, and Jennifer Valley. You guys are great. Thank you all
Yes,
so
thank
much.
you.
Big round of applause.
Very
And all
fun
these
show
folks
tonight.
out there on Facebook and YouTube, you guys are always very helpful and a lot of fun to have around. So thank you for joining us. And let's take a look at the, oh yeah, there's that virtual tip jar. Hey,
Oh,
guess
hit that.
what? Charlie Daniel tipped me.
Yeah.
Go.
Charlie.
I'm going to get a new fiddle. Yeah. So that was very nice. Okay, whose phone is ringing? Oh, that was applause. That was applause, but it sounded
That was my
like,
modem.
doesn't sound
That was AOL.
Are you emailing me?
All right, so we're gonna start looking at some numbers. Sometimes it just takes a second. Why is that
Well, you
clock
got to
going
add up
off
2
now?
whole numbers.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Okay, Alicia's total score 84. 84. Great job, Alicia. Cute hat, by the way. You look adorable. Thanks for playing. Bill also got an 84. Alicia and Bill, hello.
Oh, yeah, we're
I
well.
got to say, I thought Bill would be higher than that. I got to say.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
worse than your dad's death that brought me down.
Oh, damn it.
Mario's total score 86. That's a great score. 86. And Jennifer Valley, what does she have? Let's see what Jennifer has. 87. Holy cow! Jennifer Valley is the winner of
Oh,
Story
wow.
Smash.
How awesome.
Way to go, Jennifer. What a fantastic night. Thank you guys so much for playing. Big
Oh, my
round of
God. So
applause.
good.
Danny Zucker, Melissa Peterman, Blanca Patch. You guys are fantastic. Check it out. We're off next week. We'll be back on April 30th. See you guys in 2
Bye,
weeks
guys.
on April 30th. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Swag.com. My name is Christine Blackburn. Good night.
Good night. Oh, Bill, I like the lighting now, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you look great.
I would have got a better score if I had this lead.
I thought your last story should have won you the game, in my opinion. But